are you homeless at the moment?
I'm homeless at the moment.
What made you think? What made your decision making skills not as good? I mean, you came from a good
All,
family and
all,
everything.
it's always drugs and alcohol. Anytime you start altering your mind state, you make bad decisions.
You- All right, this is Ash Pharmacist Tish. I'm in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
Rodney Thomas.
Rodney. Nice to meet you, Mr. Rodney.
Nice meeting you too.
All right, so you're born and raised in Charlotte. Where you from?
I'm from right here.
All right, born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how was your childhood and everything growing up?
My childhood was good. I was blessed. I never wanted for anything. I never, had to, go without anything. So I don't know what it's like to, be without.
So are you homeless at the moment?
I'm homeless at the moment.
What happened?
Back here last year, I went from one job to another, chasing the almighty dollar,
Okay.
more pay. I get to the new job, and they do a criminal background check. They do a drug test. I passed both. They hired me, and then within 90 days, I'm fired.
What happened in 90 days?
I'm fired. They let me go for no reason.
Okay.
So then I couldn't keep the rent up. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. So now I was back on the streets.
Oh, really?
Right.
Wow. So what kind of job have you done?
I've done some of anything, but basically, I'm a warehouse worker.
Okay.
But I've done some of everything,
Okay.
And I'm finna go back into the warehouse work maybe in a couple of weeks from now.
Okay. So how long you been homeless for?
6 months.
For 6 months, yeah. And I don't hardly ever see you out here.
I'll be out here, but not
Are-
that much.
Have you seen me?
Yes.
Oh,
I've seen
really?
you the other week.
Okay, I haven't seen you though. You must have your hoodie on or something.
No, I'll be wearing different clothes. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right. So, how was your childhood? I mean, like your teenage years. Like, did you finish high school?
Yes, I finished high school. I went to college also.
Okay. What did you go to college for?
Psychology was my major,
Uh
but I went to cultural anthropology, stuff like that,
huh. Okay.
and studied about people. But psychology was my major. But anyway,
Did you finish?
No.
Right, but you still went, so that was good.
Right. But yes, my childhood was like anybody else, normal.
So, did you ever do prison time or anything?
Yes, I went there time.
Oh, you're very calm, so I can't see you doing that. But what happened?
I got with some more guys, and we did a bank robbery.
Oh, okay.
I
Was
got-
it a big bank robbery?
Yes, it was at the time.
Was it in Charlotte?
Yes, it was.
Really? Was it on the news and everything?
Yes.
Really? How long ago was that?
In the 90s.
In the 90s? And so how much did y'all get away with? Or did y'all get away with anything?
Yeah, we got away with a lot of money.
But how quickly did they find you?
It took them a year to get me, 5 months to get the first guy, and about 8 months to get the other chick.
Hold up, so y'all got away with all that money for you a whole year?
No, we didn't get away with all of it. Some of it was put away, some of it was recaptured. So I still had like $100,000 when I came home from prison.
When you came home from prison?
Right.
Hold on. Oh, so you had. I'm
Right.
throwing out. So how did it? So did you leave Charlotte or?
Yes, I went to California.
Okay. And so how did they catch up with you?
Money trails.
Oh, with the serial numbers and stuff.
Money trails.
Oh wow. Wow. Okay.
Right.
So you were totally surprised.
Right. Totally.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
Especially after a whole year, and it's been cool for a whole year.
Right.
So the whole time, did you have to watch your back, or?
Yes, you have to do all that. And then
But did you always have that feeling of always watching your shoulders for a whole year?
Right.
Were you paranoid?
Yes, but like I said, I was further away. I was in California, Seattle,
Right. So you thought you was as good.
How did
How did they catch up with the money? Like.
Well, see, here's the thing. Once they start finding out where these serial numbers are spent, they
Okay.
start going to different cities because every state has different serial code for money, stuff like that.
Okay.
The numbers is the marks of the money is the whole thing.
Okay.
So that's how they start chasing us down.
Right. Oh my. So no one, none of your comrades or whatever, they didn't snitch on you or anything.
No.
Okay. Did you keep up with them to do?
No.
No. Okay. So that's why they didn't snitch, because they couldn't.
Right.
Right. So what happened for y'all to come up with this scheme together?
It's actually started with this girl that worked in the bank.
Oh, okay.
And she had a friend that, he was kind of like, like us. We're just out trying to make money, hustling. We be young, you know what I mean? We were just
Right.
trying,
How old were you when this happened?
I think I was, early 20s.
Okay.
20s, yeah.
Okay.
So like I was
So
maybe
she told so it was a girl that worked in the bank,
uh huh.
and she told some guy she probably was dating that was one of your
hmm
friends.
It was supposed to be a lick, but it actually wasn't.
I mean, it was a lick for a year.
Yeah, for a whole year, and then it wasn't.
Right. How long you had to go to prison for?
10 years.
10 years.
Right.
Oh, that's so. Are you scared to spend the other 100,000?
No, no, I wasn't. I mean,
Because they could trace it. So
like, but after 10 years, everything was cooled off. So I came out, started the business.
okay, what kind of business you started?
Thomas and Young Cleaning Service.
Thomas Young what?
Thomas and Young Cleaning Service.
Okay, a cleaning service. Okay. Thomas and Young. Okay.
Right.
And how did that go?
It went well for a while until I started screwing up.
So, so you have a substance misuse issue?
I have, yes.
Okay, what kind?
I've used cocaine, I've used alcohol. I never shot heroin, I never shot no drugs, nothing like that. But I have had issues with drugs before.
Right. Do you have it right now?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes to kind of cope with everything.
Yes, sometimes.
Any
Yeah.
no mental illness
No,
issue?
no, 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 no.
Right. So what are your you kind of stick out like a sore thumb. You're another person that sticks out like a sore thumb.
I hope so. I like to.
Yeah, you do. So like, what's your game plan? I mean, because I know this is not for you.
Right now, I got to go back and get a job full time because my counselor said that once I get check stuff going again,
Okay.
I can get into a house that's rapid housing.
Okay.
And what it is you only pay like a certain percentage, like $400 a month, and plus the utilities, and then you carry it on from there.
Okay,
So,
got you.
As long as I got some check stuff going, then I can get in housing.
Okay, so you need to work on that first. And you say
Right.
you're gonna do that in like.
Yeah, another week or so, give or take. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back working.
Okay, so you say you're a counselor. What kind of counselor?
It's like a personal counselor they have, but like a guidance counselor they have.
Gotcha.
They said
Okay,
to-
so how was it being in your 20s going to prison?
Scared in a way. You don't know what prison. Like you hear the stories, but you really don't know what's going on. So you have fears and doubts and all this other stuff, but you don't really know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
So it's like anything else. You learn how to deal with the situation at hand.
Okay,
as best
and
you possibly
how was it for you though?
It was life changing. You know what I mean? It's life changing to where you value your freedom more once you come out.
Right.
Because when you don't have a situation where your freedom is taken, you don't have no choices, and everybody makes a choice. You tell you when to get up, go to bed, when to sleep, when to eat,
So it wasn't a vacation for you?
at all.
Because I've talked to a couple of people and they said that being in prison was like a vacation to them.
No, that is not what it is.
That's not what it was for you?
At all. Right.
Right. And how old are you?
I'm 55 now.
55? Okay, you don't look like it at all.
Thank you.
Thought you was in your late 30s or something like that.
No, I'm 55.
55. Okay, so you just went through some bumps and roads in life.
Right,
I mean, but
right.
you feel like your head is screwed on very straight.
Right.
Is it so like you kind of biding your time to kind of get to where you need to be?
I have to learn to make better decisions. I have learned to make better decisions over time as I get older. My decision making skills sometimes can still be not what they need to be, but it's not as bad or detrimental as they were years ago.
What made you think? What made your decision making skills not as good? I mean, you came from a good family and everything.
It's always drugs and alcohol. Anytime you start altering your mind state, you make bad decisions.
Because of what now?
Drugs and alcohol.
Drugs and alcohol.
Once you start doing either one, your mind state is altered and you make bad decisions.
What made you start drugs and alcohol?
I think the cool thing was, getting high was a thing one time.
Right.
You just get addicted over time.
And then it just kind of screws up.
And it snowballs and goes and goes and goes and goes.
Right. All right. So do you plan on not doing the drugs and alcohol anymore?
Well, I've slowed down a whole lot on a lot of everything.
Right.
So like I said, those are the decisions.
Right.
You have to make decisions.
Right.
And that's what life is about.
Right.
Normal people do what? They go home, they do this, they do that, they go to bed, they get up the next morning. They don't hang out all night, they don't chase all night, they don't do all this other stuff that we do as addicts. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Normal people live a normal life.
Right.
So
you think you can live a normal life?
Of course, I always have lived a normal life. Sometimes it's been abnormal living a normal life. But
you lived an abnormal life.
right.
Well, everyone kind of do it their own way,
functional
right?
addicts, and there's non-functional addicts. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
So, I watched, people, even my dad, he was an alcoholic, but he was a functional alcoholic. Got up every day, took care of his business, but he was still a drunk. At the end of the day, he was still a drunk.
Right.
It didn't stop him from doing anything. It didn't make him go broke, but he was still an alcoholic at the end of the day.
Yeah, and you witnessed that.
I witnessed
So,
that. Right.
so in a way, it was kind of hereditary, kind of, sort of.
Maybe.
Yeah. Did his dad experience that too? Had the same alcoholism.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you basically set up. You just kind of. Where do you sleep at night?
I'm down at the men's shelter on North Tryon.
Okay. So you have no issue at North Tryon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't have any issues there because some people say they have issues there
No,
with the sanitation or the
no.
homosexuality being pushed on you if you don't want
If
that.
you're looking for that, you'll find it.
Oh, okay. So if you're not looking for it, then it's not going to find it. Okay. Well, I appreciate this. I mean, you really dropped some jewels, in a very comprehensive way that makes sense.
Right.
And it doesn't matter. This is my phrase for the day. It doesn't matter how you start; it's how
Mm-hmm.
you finish.
Right.
I mean, because I could tell, you start off good, and then things got rocky in the middle.
Right.
I mean, but you can still end up victorious at the end. I think you're ready.
It's how you finish.
Yeah, it's how you finish. I think
Right.
you're ready to finish strong.
Right.
In a lot of years. Well, I appreciate you so much. Okay.
I appreciate you. Thank
All right,
you very
take
much.
care.
Thank you very much.